Armani. Captain Beat Cheeks. Captain Eagle Eyes. Little snap. Little snap. Little snap. A little snap. Error, little, bah. Do you want to hear my
Yo, you got bars, not gonna lie.
Let's warm up a little.
Alright.
Oh, line up your chairs. Jeremy's closer to the camera.
Do you feel like the edge of our chairs are parallel to each other?
I think so.
That way one doesn't look
So it's around here? Like around there?
These are the edges of my seat. So.
It's around here.
Yeah.
Looks around it. Right. It does look the same. Because there's a lot of space here. You see how much space we have on the right side?
Let's extend.
I gotta move the pumpkin. You see if I go through it?
Okay, at least this hand out.
So this hand's pretty good. So maybe. But then, wait, how does
close.
that work? Like, hold up. If this side is touches
Let's go
that
again
side.
one more time.
Wait. And we just touch it together. We're like, whoa, it extends.
Alright, I'm gonna close my eyes one more time.
Oh.
I think your chair's bigger than mine. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to all of you guys out there. I know it's COVID and it's kind of hard, to do some shit. But, I think anybody could do this, to be honest. I think this is pretty COVID friendly.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Pumpkin Day. Happy National Dress Up Day. Happy
No one called it that. No one's called
National
it like that.
It's Okay to Be a Slut Day. Happy National Bromance Day. Happy Nighttime Dandy.
Dandy? Happy Nighttime Dandy.
Nighttime Dandy.
Nighttime Dandy?
Nighttime Dandy.
Daddy? Nighttime. It's okay to be a nighttime daddy on this day. So, you can be whatever.
What's the
You could be
difference between a nighttime daddy and a daytime daddy?
Daddy and dandy?
A nighttime daddy and a daytime daddy.
Oh, daytime.
What's the difference?
I think you're more crazier during the night, maybe. I would say that.
Maybe at nighttime you're zaddy, and in the daytime you're daddy. Right.
I like that.
You like
I
that?
like how you did the zaddy. Like that.
Would you be interested in having somebody
Sex?
you are having intercourse with call you daddy? Would you consider
that
that
sexy?
hot?
I have thought about that, and I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't mind it.
Have you had it happen before?
I don't mind it. Oh, okay, that's nice. I've never heard that. It's like a nice thing you heard once in your life, and you're like, wow, thank you. Like, I appreciate that.
You appreciate. So the lady goes, oh, daddy, and you go, I appreciate that.
In what
I cry a
situation
little
were you in?
Or what
When this
position
happened?
were you in?
Oh, so you're making assumptions.
Wait, there's two different questions. Hold on.
Yeah, he's making assumptions.
Hold up.
Let's cue it up.
Which one is it? Which one?
Let's start with her question.
It's maybe I'm helping her out with something, She needs to reach over to get something on top of the shelf, She
So
can't
doggy
reach.
style.
Because
Because you could be reaching and
I could
fucking
reach, yeah,
at the same
and then-
time.
And I'm helping her out at once, like twice. So I'm like, okay, I guess I should be deserved to be called that. I guess I'm like, okay, well, I did do a lot in that situation for you, so I appreciate that you call me that.
Yes.
And it's a respect. It's a form of respect, I guess.
It's a form of respect.
Imagine it's a form of respect.
I feel like it's hard to argue that any time, any day, doggy style is respectful.
You don't think so?
Because I think that's one of the most disrespectful
degrading positions, right?
positions of all time.
But I feel like I don't know, like
Which is what makes
it's
it
one
hot,
of the most,
right?
but it's one of the most actually popular sex positions out there, actually, right? I want to look it up. What is the most popular besides, I guess, missionary? What is what's number two? What's number two?
Popular as in the most frequent position.
Frequently used position or
Probably the girl on top.
Well, why don't you
Girl on
guys
top.
guess and we'll look it up.
Ooh.
I'd say the girl
What do you
on
guys
top.
think?
Yeah, what do you guys think? K-Rod's gonna look it up in a second. So
After number 2, maybe it might be you might be right with the on top. So they'll switch it up. If anything, it's so basic, I guess, because the guy will be on top.
Right.
Then they'll switch it up. Okay, why don't you go on top? So naturally the girl's gonna be on top. The cowboy, I guess.
And doesn't require any
Too much.
strenuous
Yeah.
stretching ability.
It's not as crazy kinky, it's just a regular,
Whereas
going through the motions,
Whereas a stand-up, like, hold the butt cheeks and like that's a bit on the.
What is that one called? What is it? We'll put it on the images so you guys can tell. I know what you meant by that.
Well, let's make a name up for it.
We'll call it
The Tarzan.
the front piggyback ride.
Ah.
Wait. The Tarzan. How do you get the Tarzan? Is it Mary Jane? Oh, I like that.
While Tarzan's
on the vines,
he could still,
But then how would? But he has 2 hands. What's the other one?
Who's
grabbing the vine?
He's grabbing the vine. He's doing.
But he has 2 hands on the.
Tarzan's doing what Tarzan do, and whoever he is in intercourse with is hanging on like a monkey.
The person's not him. He's not the one holding on to.
And
but
Tarzan is a strong one. Tarzan is part monkey.
But no, Karina's saying like he's
not part monkey.
He was raised as a monkey.
Hold up, that's my favorite movie. Don't you dare say he's not a monkey because he's a part monkey.
He was raised by monkey.
But he was raised by
He may identify as part monkey.
He identifies as a monkey.
DNA wise, he's
not
right.
Okay, DNA wise, biological wise, yeah, he's not a monkey. But
people are gonna come after you.
Tarzan fans. There's some Tarzan fans out there.
He got human chromosomes. All right. Technically speaking, you're right, but he doesn't know that.
Wait, donkey? Someone said donkey?
Monkey.
Oh, donkeys beat the chromosomes.
When are you gonna start carving though?
Oh, okay. Let's go to this carving.
Okay.
There's a carving pumpkin contest, and there's a rule. What's the rule that we have for this contest?
There's really no rules.
There's no rule. I think it's just
carve until the end of the
It's to have fun. Yeah, I guess.
But you will vote on. We'll ask people to vote for us on Instagram.
You guys will vote. It will be up on the same day that it is posted, and you guys can let us know.
Maybe sooner. We're not sure.
Or I guess sooner. I guess we'll have this done already. Well, by the time you guys are watching, it's gonna be done, and it'll be up on IG on the story or who knows what.
Now, what makes this interesting is that we just took some weed. And so...
Oh, sure, we did take some weed. I forgot.
It's been about 10 minutes.
It's been that long.
So...
Another 20 minutes and it's going to hit.
Another 20, maybe 30. And it's going to go.
This one hits quick.
Oh, yeah, I did remember that one. That surprised me, those hit. I was like, what the fuck?
The gummies hit quick. But yeah, so you
All
have a
right.
podcast while you carve a pumpkin.
And we had candy, So
yeah.
So you can keep having your conversation, but do you guys want the results of the most popular sex position?
Oh yeah, what is the most popular one? Let's go ahead and carve as we go on to the most popular
sex position in general is doggy style.
Right. Second though, we knew. Wait.
No, in general.
That's
doggy style
is the first one.
Is the first.
Second is missionary and cowgirl or Thai.
Cowgirl, okay.
Wow.
But doggy style.
Yeah.
I would have thought that would have been like number 3 or number 2 maybe.
One, right? You just do it anywhere. Right.
But dog bowl.
Oh well, doggy
style you can basically do.
You can do standing, yeah. I guess so. It's multi. What is it?
Maybe that's what's more popular. You can do it anywhere. You just gotta wear a skirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, you guys already said it. Yeah.
That's what you're gonna say.
I was just gonna say you could do it outdoors.
It's
I think
what is that word?
Why maybe it's more popular.
Yeah.
It's
any season.
Multi. What is it? Purpose.
Multi-purpose.
It's like you can do it anywhere. You can do it anywhere, anytime. The season, like you're saying. And it works with both the guy and the girl. I think, right? Like if you were to a guy and a guy, and a girl and a guy, and the girl and a girl. Well, and the girl and a girl, they can do the strap on, right?
Maybe that's why, because it works for a guy and a guy and a girl.
The
maybe
best.
Not a girl and a girl.
Well, I'm thinking like the strap on. That's I'm like I don't know.
Oh,
that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. So I'm like I don't know. Wait, is this even work? Oh shit! He's going in there.
Yeah, I'm going in there.
Alright, I'm gonna go in here too. Fuck it.
They just got stabbed.
I see a lot of porn videos, and they
What
are
do they do?
in doggy style, and sometimes I think the girl has no idea that this video has been uploaded.
Wait, what?
Because when you're in doggy style, right, you're hitting it from the back. Therefore, she does not know that he is filming unless, you know, they brought it up ahead of time.
So it's like a point of view shot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
They really can't tell. Unless it's in the dark and I don't know where you see a bright ass light behind you and you're like, what the fuck is that? And the guy's like, hey, keep looking for it, keep looking for it.
No,
That's the only way I think you get away with it, right? Or that a sketch that the girl might tell that you're recording. That's one.
A mirror.
A mirror?
Yes. You could also tell if there's say you're in front of a mirror, she could obviously look through the reflection.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's true. If some beds have that mirror at the end of the bed, yeah, that could work out. Yeah, this shit is actually kind of hard to do.
So I was thinking. So last week you sort of admitted to us that you wish you had a nickname.
Oh yes.
Because K-Rod has a nickname.
Yeah, you're lucky. You are lucky, K-Rod, to have.
And so I've thought of a couple.
What do you think should be a?
First off, where do we put these pieces?
Oh yeah, fuck! I didn't
Is in
think
the
about
trash
that.
here?
Yeah.
Did we just throw it in there?
Okay.
We'll take it out before.
Okay.
So your name is Armando Corral Jr., right?
I've had different, nicknames in my life. I mean, growing up, they called me Armandito, and it's really rare. Only person who really calls me that is one of my sisters. And nowadays, now that I'm older, I feel like my parents and even siblings, aunts, uncles, now they don't call me Armandito because I feel like it's weird for them. They're like, why am I gonna call you that? So they call me Junior. I think my mom started calling me that. If she was telling my parents, she was telling everybody in the family, like, oh, he's not Armandito anymore. He is Junior, right? And I'm like, I guess I ain't. Like, I was just kind of embarrassed to, I guess, admit it that I didn't want Armandito anymore. So she did it for me. She was like, okay, I'm gonna call you Junior, and we're gonna make it stick. And that's kind of I would say a nickname. I don't know if that would be a nickname, but it's kind of a birth name, so it's not really a nickname. You know what I mean?
So you would like a nickname. What kind of a nickname would you like? Because obviously you have a few, but they're not enough to fit your criteria.
Yeah, because Mondo. I heard Mondo a couple of times, and I feel like that one has been used. I want one that you've never heard of from Armando. People are like, what the fuck?
What about Armani?
Armani. I sound like some Kylie Jenner. I don't know. I feel like I would be like. I have to live up. I think I have to live up to that nickname. I think, and I don't know Armani. I don't know. I feel like I have to have some sort of style for that one.
Okay.
I'll say
You
that
have to be a
stylish.
You have to be exceptionally stylish.
You have to be
to live up to that.
That name. I feel like
It's actually kind of a nice name. Though.
It's a nice
Right?
name. I think by itself is a nice name. I think instead of a nickname, but yeah, I think it's hard.
What about DJ Lips? That was another one I thought
Why
of.
were you thinking that? Also, pause on that. Why lips? Why were you thinking of that?
I think you have very particular looking lips.
Put a little chapstick on.
Very
So you
long,
guys can see it.
very long, and very. I think there's some thickness there, but I think it's the longness that is what stands out to me. And DJ, I think a nickname. I think a nickname could. I think a fun way to spice up a nickname is to have a word in the beginning, like DJ or Captain or something like that.
Do you have a middle name?
Maybe Captain. I like Captain. Maybe I want to be called Captain. No, I don't have a middle name. Everybody has.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, people have always been like, oh my dear. They're always shook when they hear
I don't
that.
either.
But I'm not surprised. Some surprised other people don't have it too. I'm like, I don't expect people to have middle names. I mean, because I never had one too. So I guess my junior is my, I guess, unique middle name. I guess for me myself.
Can I give you my captain ideas?
Okay, yeah, go
so
ahead.
I have one, Captain Curls.
Oh.
Right? She's kind of cute. What happened there?
It went in there. No, it's fine.
You're good?
The top of the stem went in there. But go ahead.
Captain Curls. It's a little cute, I think.
My curls. I don't
Well, you have curly hair.
Every now and then, but it's more wavy if anything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. Captain Wavy is a bit obnoxious, I think.
That's like a DJ.
Yeah.
Captain Wavy?
Doesn't that sound like a DJ name?
Captain Wavy!
Yeah.
Captain Wavy in the house! Playing the old school.
Or
ready.
Captain Eagle Brows. What about that?
Eagle Brows. That's an interesting... Eagle. It's a ring to that for sure.
Nice. There's definitely a ring to it, right?
But I don't know...
Eagle
Brows.
Because you have eagle brows.
They have a life of their own, right?
They're a bit fierce.
Yeah.
They have that sort of...
I can't control them.
The angle of them is a downward... It's very downward and long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which reminds me of...
Bushy. I have really bushy eyebrows. Almost a unibrow. I almost have a unibrow. I think if I were to shave the middle of it, it's going to grow thicker.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Have you tried plucking them?
I have. I'm like, no. I feel like I'm scared if I pluck them, they're going to get bigger and they're going to get thicker. You know how when you shave that first time, they say, oh, it'll grow thicker and faster, your beard or your mustache, if you shave it. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of following that same notion.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it going over there with the curve?
It's going okay.
Yo, it's freaking. I'm just trying to be detailed as possible and precise with this cutting.
I kind of want to tell them what we're making. I mean, why don't
you guys can reveal it?
Yeah, why not?
All right, go ahead. What's yours?
I'm making booty cheeks.
Close to what I'm making.
I want to draw a little fart coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is childish, I know, but I think
there's
a lot of curvature to work with. So. Yeah. There's that.
I think we're both childish as fuck. Because I'm drawing, or basically my designs of a girl,
Jeremy,
her body.
I don't know if you did this, but you should have put like the line crease for
the ass cheeks.
Where there's a line on the pumpkin.
Wait, what?
The butt crack.
Mm-hmm.
You should put it where there's a line on the. Did you do that? You did. Okay, I wasn't sure if you had it right down. I was just thinking like that.
He's like, I'm on it. He's like, I'm on it. Don't you worry.
Yes.
Don't you worry.
But be careful of cutting off Armando. He was onto something. What were you saying?
Fuck, I forgot. No, what was I saying? No, I actually did. I was just drawing. I was just saying what I was designing. Basically the curvature of
yes,
body. I'm just doing the hourglass figure.
Oh, you're doing the hourglass figure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, with woman. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So we're both doing body parts then.
The thing is, I'm working with that crack because I'm doing the cleavage crack right now, and it's kind of hard to do. I thought I pictured it to be a lot easier, but now I'm fucking up.
Me too, a little bit.
You're using the longer one.
I am using the longer one.
Shit, maybe that's better. No, forget about it.
Next up on the nickname list,
what do you have?
Is
that what you were writing?
Yes. Lil Snap.
I'm like, what you write? Oh.
This is the last one. Now,
little snap?
Little Snap.
Little Snap.
Now, let me explain this.
Oh my god, Little Snap.
Let me explain this.
Like Little Snap, yeah.
You say Lil a lot. And you say Oh Snap a lot.
Oh.
And so I combined the two of your most heavily used words into a nickname. Lil Snap.
Little Snap.
What do you think about that one?
Little Snap. But then if you were to go up in the street, if I'm in the street, you're going to be like, hey, Little Snap.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
I think it does.
Little Snap.
I think that works.
I do like the integration of the little in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I don't know. Well, I don't know. I think if other people were to call me that, maybe I could get used to it.
Yeah.
You can make it a thing. What else do you have on the list? Let's see what else. I'll put that in my list, my mental list.
Well, the other one is not my idea. Rob called you Arm. What do you think about Arm? Because the fun thing about Arm, is that you can name other people in your friend group other body parts. So if your arms, that could be legs, you know, and somebody else could be head or neck, you know.
No one wants to be head. Hey, Jesus.
Hey, what's up, neck? You know.
That's for sure. It seems like you give a good blowjob. So.
Well,
the head,
I'm sure you know someone who does.
Shit, we're going to find out. Who are you in that friend group? You know who you are.
You know who you are.
You
fess
know
up.
who you are. Just fess up. I haven't heard that one in a while. I like that. Fess up.
Actions speak louder than words.
But I like it. I like I like little, but then the arm. I mean, I think I'm getting used to it. I think you called me that the other day, and I was like, okay, well.
Testing the waters.
Testing it. I remember I didn't even say anything. I know you were testing the waters out, so I'm like, oh, okay. I think I could get used to it. Do it a couple more times. So I'll see if I can get used to it.
Yeah, it's weird because
heard people call me that.
Nicknames aren't forced.
Yeah.
They come naturally, but we can try to mimic a natural sort of. I'll force it, and we can see what happens.
Some things you just gotta force into. And the nickname is one of them. So, damn. But yo, let me tell you what happened though this past weekend. No pun intended to Theo Vaughn's podcast, but I got super high and I made this contraption. I made a bong out of a water bottle.
You made a bong out of a water bottle.
Out of a water bottle.
Whose idea was this?
This was my idea. I was the last one to get high out in the party, and because apparently someone brought their regular bong, and it got clogged up, and everybody was smoking outside. I smoked a little bit before it got clogged up, and they're like, "Oh, it's clogged up, this and that." And they're like, they were done with it. They were basically, I'm done with the high. They went back in, and I'm like, you know what? I'm on a mission to make a contraption so I can smoke out of. And I'm like, what's around? What's easy? What's accessible around me? And I see a bunch of water bottles, and I'm like, there it is. Let's see if I can work that out. And Leroy was there actually. I don't know if I told you, but yeah. So I invited him last minute, and he came through, and he came super late. So he was
one of our best friends,
one of our homies, and he could, I guess, he'll remind me of this story. But I guess he was there with me, and he was actually trying to help me out. I was like, well, yeah, like what can you do out of it? He tried helping me like. With the old bong that we had earlier that was clogged up, he knew about like trying to unclog them. It didn't work, so he gave hope. But I was like, you know what? I'm fucking gonna try my best to do something out of here. So I got the water bottle, and I just looked up how do you make a freaking bong out of a water bottle. You can just go online. And there's a wiki how, in the most ghettoest way possible. So you have to make a hole inside the water bottle, put tin foil on top of the cap. So you have to take off the cap, put it on top of the opening of the water bottle, and poke little holes on them. And then I guess you put the weed in there, and we had a little bit of weed. Kind of squish it around. You need the grinder to kind of grind the weed. Put it in there, and you just kind of light it up, and you suck out of the hole that you made in the bottom of the bottle. And it worked out. I got pretty freaking high from it. I was scared I was gonna get high from the plastic though. That's what I was scared of. I'm like, it might not work, but it actually did work. So
yeah, it worked out.
But I'm kind of like thinking like I kind of want to become like. No, not a pothead. I was like, I want to
already there.
A connoisseur of making, different ways how you could get high off of like marijuana. You know what I mean? Right. Like, and I'm like, this is the beginning. This is a journey.
Do you think it's the beginning, or do you think it's kind of like when you got really excited in the cars, and then you're probably not as excited now?
No, I'm still excited.
You're still excited.
I still like. It's like a thing in my life. It's a new thing that it's like a flavor that you never thought you would like. And it's now in your life. You're like, wow, this is like a blueberry, pumpkin flavor. And you're like, well, I didn't know I liked it, but now it's super tasty. Now it's a new flavor in my life.
Right. So you want to make ghetto contraptions
not
of
ghetto
high people stuff.
Basically. No, but I want to get like my own weed, I guess, and I'll do the contraptions. I'll try to. I mean, I think I tried. Did we try doing it once out of an apple? No, we didn't. I don't know if it was me and you.
No.
I felt maybe that was in my dream.
Alright, and we're back.
Oh, it's still recording. Yeah, it's still recording. Okay. Alright.
I am.
Y'all fucking up.
I am in deep shit.
Why? What happened? What's happening with yours?
Jeremy, you didn't cut the proper.
Possibly fall.
So we can hold it together. So we can stop cutting and tape it, or somehow so you don't cut
Jeremy,
the whole.
stop cutting. Why you keep
I think I'm fine. I'm holding it in
Let me
place.
see.
Hilarious. We got Patrick Starr helping us out.
No, you fucked it up.
I fucked it up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did fuck it up, huh?
Yeah, you need to stop.
Like it's gonna fall, huh?
Like it's gonna fall in.
See
You need to leave something here, or like leave it there. You're done with the butt. Now do the fart. Right now it's somehow holding, so keep it there. It's completely detached.
I think.
There's no going back.
What about you? Do you like your nicknames?
Well, can I speak how I'm feeling right now?
Disappointment.
I wasn't feeling. You know, I have this weird relationship with competitiveness, and I wasn't feeling competitive at all, or at least if I was, it felt squashed at some point. I don't know why. And so now I'm just playing the game and committing to the game, knowing that I will lose already, but that's all right.
You gotta adapt.
No, it's still attached a little bit, so you still have a chance.
You still got a chance.
Yeah, well,
I believe in your abilities, and I think
you're actually better than I thought.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You're going way faster than I am. I'm actually pretty
when your competitors are encouraging you, that's not a good sign.
What's the best technique for this? I don't know. He's gotta fucking go for it. He's gotta fucking do it! You gotta do it. But that one was, I guess, a more prepared question, I guess. I don't know.
But to what degree do you prepare? Like, basically zero.
Probably. I'm not, like, going crazy and, like, trying to see... it's more like, I guess, a mental kind of preparation. Like, seeing what I could do this time better. How I approach it the next time around the podcast. Yeah. But I don't, I guess, write it out. Stuff like that, so... Maybe I should write them out. I don't know. But so far, it's kind of a more mental preparation for each new podcast going in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There we go. But yeah, I guess I was asking myself that, like, what do you think? What do you want to like get from each podcast, and what is the main purpose for you of getting from each podcast? What do you want to learn? What do you want to get from each podcast?
Each podcast or podcasting as a whole?
One podcast episode as a whole, if you think about it. And you could also think about the second question. But the first one, like, what do you think for each episode coming into a new episode, basically?
I think that question probably lies in how much preparation do you do? I think maybe if it's just an energy thing, maybe you don't have to prepare. Like sometimes I'm more nervous than other times. Like today, I feel more nervous than I did in the last episode. And I don't know why that is, but...
Why is that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know why that is, but it's like you feel a different kind of way every day. So today I feel... I sense that I'm a bit more low energy and I'm a bit more hesitant when it comes to saying things. And that's just something that I take note of immediately and go... how can I deal with that? And did I prepare at all? Or did I not prepare? And my answer is, I didn't really prepare today. Whereas usually I prepare a little bit, where it's like, oh, here are the stories I want to share. And maybe I'm curious about something that you're doing. And also, what I've been trying to work on is also like being present in the moment, and I just saw that you did something now, so I'd like to have you vocalize what just happened, the oh shit moment.
What do you mean?
You went oh shit.
No,
just now
because I kind of stabbed through the wrong.
Okay.
I don't know what you're thinking.
No, because you went oh shit.
I cut around the area that I didn't want to cut a little bit. That's why I said oh shit. What do you mean?
Oh, I was saying being present in the moment. So if I continue to talk over you as you go, oh shit, pretending as if nothing happened because my story is more important than you, I feel like is a mistake in podcasting. Whereas if I can point that out and be like, actually give a fuck about you in the situation rather than being drowned out by my own ideas,
No, I'm just listening to your conversation. I'm just like, oh shit, I don't want to like, because if I went into this whole thing, I'm like, I don't want to. You can go on with your story. I don't want to like mess it up.
No, it has nothing to do with you. I'm observing. I'm observing myself as a podcaster. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that it's better to vocalize what is happening on your end of the table rather than continuing. It's nothing to do with you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you didn't do anything wrong.
I was like, what's that?
Not ignoring your co-host.
Yes.
When you're telling a story.
Exactly. Whereas I think some people who over prepare certain things like interviews can tend to do that which is like self-absorb and not see what's going on the other side of the table. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, but it's also hard. I mean, it's like a thing that I think a lot of us do is like you get caught up on the things that you want to do and say, and you have friends who maybe you're in your head sometimes. You're like, oh, maybe I am not talking to them as much, or like you're not letting them kind of be in that moment with you. You're kind of just it's kind of weird. I know you're trying to talk. I can't like explain it right. Like it's because it's like a two-way street in a way, kind of like where you want to kind of reciprocate that feeling. You want that from the other person too. You want that back and forth basically. And sometimes you may be thinking like, oh, maybe I'm like drowning out, like you're saying, drowning out the other person, and you're not. I guess because you're saying you're feeling like different today. Maybe you're saying you're saying that because you think you're drowning me out, or is it more like you're kind of in the side and you're
kind of in the side?
In the side.
I feel like I was kind of in the side, and I was a bit more hesitant. Whereas usually I'm a bit more like ready to jump on, and so I don't know what that was. But I found that I was in the. I think it's because I've been. Appreciate that sound. Keep going.
No,
I'll keep going.
Oh fuck, we were doing it at the same time, weren't we? I heard that too. Fuck, that thing's breaking.
That's the sound of
lumberjacks.
A horror story.
A horror story?
Yes. Where many necks are being sawed. Action.
Like this, director? Like this?
Ow!
You said I had to do it like this, director. Do I not do it like this? How do you want me to whip it out? Like this?
Are you starting to feel high a little?
It's feeling hot. It's feeling hot a little bit.
I'm feeling hot, and you had a look on your face. And the glasses was very low on your nose.
Fuck. I'm doing this. That's very low on my nose.
It enhanced the high expression.
Oh.
I mean, you look high in your eyes.
I am, right?
Can I look at you?
Look at his eyes.
Well,
he's just squinting more.
He was fine. You can't really tell, like, it's the thing. Also, when you're drunk, I was looking over some photos this past weekend, and I was super drunk, and I'm like, I cannot. Like, I knew I was super drunk in that moment, but when you look at the picture, you're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Couldn't tell.
You cannot tell. And the people around the picture were also super drunk, high as fuck too, and we all look like. Just kind of
because you get in the photo moment though, and you're like.
But still, it's so weird. Like, how do you get into?
How do you not know?
You get into your photo phase.
But yeah, like how? But like, it's crazy how we can enter into that photo phase and still look normal. Yeah. You know.
So you look normal.
I look normal. The people around me look normal. I'm like, whoa, this looks crazy.
It's kind of like when the boxer's in the 12th round and he's semi-passed out, but he just remembers all of the drills that he did day in and day out, right? The smile is this sort of repetitive, like, you got that shit in 5th grade. Some people do.
It is kind of like a drill. You're doing this drill, and it's a repetition. Somehow you could perfect that at no matter which state you are in, basically. That's one thing that we could do, no matter. I think that's one of the not many things that you can actually do. While you're drunk, taking a nice photo, without looking like you're fucked up, basically. Yeah.
Can I ask you another podcast question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What is so we talk, right? But then you kind of want to add something to the last story that we just talked about, but now we're on to the next story. What do you do?
We just transition whatever we talked about last. we just kind of leave it as it is, but we kind of bring it back, or we could bring it back and why we brought up that story. You know what I mean? Right. You kind of go into the story.
Can you just bring it back, or do you have to like, you know, art your way into the?
Yeah, that's a hard one. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes more natural. I could kind of go back to it in a certain way, like where you relate things, one little thing. You just gotta catch on to one thing that you could relate to, and then bring it back and turn it around like that quick. Or so, but that's the thing. That's that window period between that. If you can't find it within that window period, it's gone, and you have to keep on moving to a different direction of the conversation.
Speaking of window, I was in an indoor restaurant like that.
That kind of like that. I mean, yeah, and that's more of a. I guess that's more of like
I thought that was a real transition.
But that was I guess that's a transition. But it's more direct.
Let me try it.
It's a more direct transition. You know what I mean? It's not like a subtle. But I know what you mean. Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah.
Can I try it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of window, I was at an indoor restaurant and I was having a chat over ramen, and we went back and forth, but it was odd because when you eat the ramen, then they talk. But when there's a real good conversation going on, you're both lifting the ramen and the spoon in the air, and we're all waiting to eat, but someone's still talking. So you wait, no matter how good the conversation is, you wait for that person to shut up so you can slurp more ramen.
It's like...
Or you just slurp ramen quietly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then the eye contact. If you have really deep eye contact, slurping more ramen sort of requires you to break eye contact. So then, what do you do?
I didn't even think about. I was just thinking about like even like that is crazy.
That face.
Well, that face. Why that?
The face is making look.
That's just a cute Jeremy face.
It's all like mischievous.
Oh yeah.
What do you do?
I always thought of those things like that. Like whenever. Even like things like where you're eating with someone else and you're like you have to kind of talk in a way, and sometimes I don't want to talk while I'm eating. I kind of just want to eat and enjoy the food. I really want to like really savor it sometimes. You know what I mean? There's those times where either I'm with my girlfriend, anybody basically. I'm like I want to tell them, kind of want to say like, can I just eat and just eating quiet sometimes. You know, don't you ever? I feel like sometimes you want to savor the taste without like. Because the talking is also work, and you're kind of like...
Question.
Jeremy?
I'm feeling
go
high.
Ahead. Jeremy, go ahead. What was your question, Jeremy?
Wait.
Yes, Jeremy?
But, okay, I can bring it back if you forgot. Basically, if you're at a restaurant or you're eating with
your
friend...
Hold on. I'm about to forget my question.
Go.
Wait, what did you say before that?
Let me help you out. When you're eating with a friend or anybody, and you're like, you just want to eat without...
Okay.
Yeah.
Why go out with your friends, eat at home if you don't want to talk?
I think it's just sometimes in the moment. I don't want. It's not like I'm like, I want to go like before I meet up with them. Like I know I'm gonna eat with them. It's not like that where I'm like, let's go. I'll say like, let's go out to eat. And of course I want them for the company, right? And we'll have that conversation.
We'll talk. Body heat. You want them for the body heat?
No, it's for the. I want a body heat because I'm cold.
You enjoy.
I want a body heat.
You enjoy the physicality to look at, and you enjoy the body heat.
I like their presence. I like that they're there. I like that we're like just enjoying this meal. I want us to enjoy this meal together without just talking about other things. Talking about the salami.
Your mouth is for eating right now, not for talking.
Not for talking. Just eat. Eat.
But what about talking about the food that you're
That's what I was saying right now. Like if you're talking about the food, then that's a whole different story. If you're just talking about some other stuff, let's talk about the food.
Isn't that the best place to check out girls though? God damn. That shit motherfucker. That shit juicy.
That's actually
put that motherfucking shit in my mouth.
It's a skid idea. Throw it in there, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean I think that is the best way to actually kind of get away with kind of checking out girls.
At a restaurant?
At a restaurant?
Just eating
because you're talking about the food.
Or just eating out and you're just like eating with a friend.
Are you guys like saying you guys did something?
No, this is an idea.
It's a confession.
No, we don't.
It sounds like the weed is giving us ideas. Fresh, new,
giving us
ideas.
It's giving us ideas. No, but yeah, it's like that's actually kind of what I think about. I'm like, I don't know, like it's like, don't you ever think that? What about you? What do you think about that when you're like eating?
Podcast.
Do you like enjoying? I guess.
Oh, talking.
Yeah, like do you want to talk all the time, and then sometimes do you ever tell yourself like I just want to eat? I just want to eat. And,
Well, that example was a real example. Like I was there. No matter how much you love your friend, you're hungry in that moment.
I'm hungry sometimes. I just want like let's.
And we can't talk through the meal.
Yeah.
You know, there has to be a healthy balance, and we're there to eat food. So for me, it's just awkward to. You should be careful.
Look at all the mess on the table that you did.
Because it's murderous how fast you are.
Put your finger in the middle. Yeah. Jesus.
Because I am 2 seconds away from leaning back.
Oh my god, it's hilarious. But no, I mean,
what were we talking about?
You were saying about
yeah.
being in a restaurant and eating.
Yeah, you're there to eat the food. Yeah. So.
And then what?
Doesn't it also depend on what kind of food? Like I said, like the ramen, you can't really hold eye contact, right? So you're going down. Whereas a hot dog, you could still talk to somebody while eating a hot dog, or listen to somebody while eating a hot dog.
Is it gay if you're like eat a hot dog with another guy and you guys are looking each other in the eyes?
A little bit.
Oh, thank you, Kira.
It's a little bit gay, but I think it depends on what the conversation is, right?
Yeah.
Depends what the conversation is. It depends what kind of eye contact. If you have that downward tilt. Well, you didn't have that.
Why are you doing that downward tilt? Hold up.
You know. Don't argue with me. That's a little gay. But if you have...
If you just like this?
But if you just straight face like this...
Hold a hot dog?
I think that's a little more innocent.
Imagine you're holding a hot dog. Alright, there we go. And now do the Indian burn. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm giving you half of the hot dog.
There we go.
That's the only reason I would Indian burn a hot dog is to break it in half.
Have you ever seen someone break a hot dog in half?
You think of a better scenario where someone Indian burns a hot dog.
Just pull it.
Exactly.
If you pull it might not.
I usually
always stretch it out.
Pinch and pull.
You crease it a little bit and then you pull.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Pinch and pull.
That works too.
These are delicious. I never liked kisses.
Until you were high. Until you're more. No, I always love them high or not. It's just one of those. It melts in your mouth, like Kayla was saying.
That's not kind of cool.
The bats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about pumpkin.
Pumpkin? I said bats.
What?
That
yeah,
was an ass.
Okay, you don't have to re-clarify.
Well, we have to go on a break.
It is so impossible to like my design.
Yeah, go ahead and pause it. I'll keep just carving this shit.
I just want to say I was just starting to feel it, so.
Starting to feel what?
Stay positive, guys.
I know, it's just, you were like, yeah, I'm prepared. I got 2 batteries charged, and it's only 1.
Hey, K-Rod, can you do your producer critiques after the podcast, please? Thank you.
She's like, fuck the post.
Well, you could cut this shit out.
Cut what shit out?
This.
Oh, this is staying in, baby.
It's staying in, baby.
It just means I'm serious about you improving.
And I'm serious about you improving, which is why after the podcast. Can you realign the chair a bit closer to me?
Yeah, let me get closer.
I
think the saw's pushing me a little bit away.
Okay.
There we go.
You're going Twix?
If you didn't know, I'm a hamburger. I don't know if you guys could see that. I'm a hamburger. I don't know if you guys could see that.
I'm a hamburger. I don't know if you guys could see that.
What's Krabby Patty?
Well, it's Krabby Patty. Krabby Patty. I never explained what I was, and then yes.
I would love to pour sesame all over you, and you have this sort of like slow motion dog trying to eat is snacky. Armani, Captain Beat Cheeks, Captain Eagle Eyes, little snap, little snap. snap. Little snap. A little snap. Error, little, bah. You want to hear my
Yo, you got bars. Not gonna lie.
I got a little freestyle.
You got bar freestyle, yeah, dude.
You want to hear my freestyle?
Are you gonna go into comedy anytime soon? You're playing. People have said
What is that?
that you should go into comedy. You know, do stand up. What do you think about that?
Maybe like two people have said that ever.
Nah.
No.
A lot of people think you're funny. I think the stories that you could tell to these people that don't know you. I think the people who meet you for the first time, it's like it's a surprise, a new breath of fresh air. You know, and I think that's what they are. You are to them. You know, and especially meeting you. I mean, you're a breath of fresh. I ain't trying to, rub your cock or whatever. You know. Is that the most casual, polite way to say it?
No, I enjoy cock rubbing. So.
Cock rubbing.
Open your mouth.
But Armando
Like cock rubbing.
sucking it, right?
I'm hanging. I was gonna go to like actual chickens. He has a chicken. I went over to his
Why you think
farm.
I nicknamed him Captain Lips or DJ Lips?
Yeah, nah, but oh my god. Yeah, I think you could. I think you should go for it. You should go for it for sure.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't know. You'll do good. I think you'll do good. You just gotta
It's-
give it a try.
It's one of my fears, to be honest. Like,
But then that's one of the things you want to do. Like if you something that you fear that you like, you should just go for it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like acting scares the shit out of me sometimes, but then I'd like to go for it. You know what I mean? That's the thing about like sometimes if I have some roles, I'm like fuck. All right, I have to get into this character, some knowing your lines, how to fucking say them. It's a lot of stuff to it. It's just not reading lines off of paper. You got to do a lot more to that. So, and it scares me at times. I'm terrified. I remember the first time I went to an acting, like when I actually signed up myself to go to an acting class. I'm like, and there was the first day I was there. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm like, fuck. I was scared out of my mind. I was like, I read the syllabus. I was like, you gotta do a monologue, this and that.
Now, how do I know you're not sharing your struggle to identify with my struggle to make me feel comfortable? Is this the truth?
No, it's the truth. Yeah, I'm fucking scared. I could tell you a real story. I could tell you this. I don't think I've ever said this, but I had, a speech anxiety. Like I didn't want to like fucking talk. There was a point where I was like, I didn't like talking. I didn't want to. Well, there was a point where I didn't want to go up. I didn't like doing speeches. I didn't like, I would get scared. And I mean, there's a lot of people out there too, but I was fucking scared. I had this one story where I had took Asian American history class and I had to do a presentation, and it was building up for the whole week, and I had to, and it was like a group presentation, which is even more crazier because it's not like a solo kind of presentation. I was already so nervous in the group presentation where I was like, I can't do it. And the day of the morning of the presentation, I was in my house. I was like trying to hype myself up, and I cut in where I basically kind of like got anxious and to the point where I threw up. I was throwing up my eggs in the fucking morning. Literally, I literally threw
eggs
up
and beans, same diet.
No, it was not beans. It was only eggs.
So you added beans later in life.
Yeah,
gotcha.
A little bit. I'll do it basically. It came into my life a little later.
A little bit.
But yeah, and I threw them all up, and I was telling myself like, why you don't have to go to this? Like I already have like a B+. I'll just probably go to like a C- or I don't show up to the presentation. I was giving myself all these excuses. I'm like, so I had to just go, and I got so fucking lucky. You don't understand. Like they were all my group members presented. They were the first ones to present, like going through the slides and shit like that. And we were the last one in class. It was already like 10 minutes or 5 minutes before I ended the class, and the teacher noticed that. And she was like. And I was about to say my stuff. I had like note cards prepared, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna fuck this up." And then she's like, "Oh, so everybody done the class? Like, it's fine. You guys did good. Like,
love when that happens."
And I was like, in the way I was relieved, but in the way I was so mad. I was like, "Fuck."
I got worked up for nothing.
Yes, and I was like, it's one of those things like fuck, like you. But then you're like, I want another situation like that to happen where I could kind of test myself, and you could kind of. You learn only in those situations like that where you're actually out there and you're kind of doing the things that... Because you learn something when you go into those situations. You learn what you can improve on. You learn what you you're good at or you need improvement on. So like it's a thing that everybody needs to go through. Whatever you're scared doing, but you actually love secretly, just go after it. You know, it's and I think you love comedy. I feel like you will love to do it. So I mean, try it out. I wouldn't be scared because then later on down in life you're gonna be like, fuck, I didn't try it out because this and that. Yeah.
2 stories. One, exactly the same thing, except I did not get lucky. So and I went up, and I almost, almost didn't go to the class. C minus everything, same thing.
Yeah.
And I go up there. I give my note cards to my teacher. She's right in front, and there's like 30 kids or whatever dreading this moment. I say, like, out of the whole speech, I got 1 sentence down. It's probably like a 2-minute, 3-minute something.
Yeah.
You know? 1 or 2 sentences, the most. And after that, I choked. The teacher gave me one where she mouthed it like, water. And I'm like, water? And I'm looking at her like this with my face so tomato red.
Oh my God.
Not knowing the word. And she's like, bottle. Everybody's eyes so fixated. I'm like, and I go, bottle? And she's like, and she said it a couple more times to my fucking surprise. That whole shenanigans for 3 more words until we realized it was over. Round of applause. You're a piece of trash.
Oh damn, that's hard. That's a harsh feeling. You know, you felt it. I feel like maybe some people have experienced that too, but it's like one of those like, damn.
Yes.
You're just like, you can't do anything.
And
I have a story like that too. But how old were you when this happened?
20.
No, I could tell you. No, I was
probably
around
20.
when I was not 21, but it was like
Yeah.
I think it was like 19.
College.
No, 20. Something. Yeah. I was in college. I took communication class. What was it? I think it was just like communications 101. The main one you have to take basically. Maybe like a speech class, whatever. And yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was communications.
Did I tell you about this? I might have told you. Well, basically, yeah, it was. I had taken it when I was like sophomore, whatever, beginning of sophomore year, and we all had to do a presentation. We had to write a presentation, a written speech about anything. I think it might have been about happiness, like what makes you happy.
Oh jeez, that's already a hard one.
And that was a hard one, and I was already like, fuck. And then I was like,
chocolate
that
ice
was a
cream,
weird time. I was actually a weird time. That's what you get, bitch. He chucks on it because he's like, eggs and beans, bitch. I say that, eggs and beans, and I said that. No, but no.
Hilarious. What makes you happy? Imagine it's like one of those circles where they introduce you. You say your name. What's your name? Armando Corral Jr. What makes you happy? Eggs and beans.
Eggs and beans. Like, or you flip. You know how people flip around the situation. Like they have to say just their name, and they're thinking of something else in their head. They're like, let's not say this. Let's not say this, and they eventually say it. It's like one of those, like, you say your name, eggs and beans. I mean, Armando. You know, it's like one of those. I've had those, I think, a couple of times in presenting, or yeah. It's like one of those, yeah.
This happened when Ving was trying to rehearse your last skit, and I have a video of it. Let's put it up right now.
Jamie, that goddess, she had the thinnest shirt ever. You remember that?
Man, she was, bro.
I remember that. It's one of those moments where you're just like shook. You're not thinking right, basically. You're just kind of like you're surviving. You're thinking of surviving, basically.
And surviving is knowing your next line. So it's no matter what the shithead next to you says, you're saying your next line.
Yeah, basically. That's a fear that I feel like everybody has. But yeah, back to the story. Like this one, oh my god, I was so embarrassed on this one that I had. So it was a speech about happiness, right? And at that time, I was like not really, I guess, that happy. I was like, I wanted to go out, I wanted to transfer as a state, and I told you that too. I was not at a point where I was like, I didn't like the school. I was already kind of like, I'm not meeting the right people. I was not in the program. I wasn't in the art program, so I couldn't do all the stuff that I like to do. You know what I mean? And basically, so then I was like, fuck, what do I write? I'm like, I'm already like in the like place where I'm like, I don't want to like. I was at the point where I was like, I didn't want to like freaking talk about happiness. And so it was hard enough already. And I liked this one girl in that class, and I talked to her so many times. And yeah, I was trying my best every class, you know, to be funny, whatever, throw in some jokes.
Oh my gosh, she makes me happy.
Yeah. Oh, I could have said, oh, imagine I wrote that about her in a speech. That would have been even more. Oh no. But it was basically, yeah. So she was basically the girl in the class that I was.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
I love. I mean, I like you.
I like you as a friend. I mean, I love you. What? But
can I get an A?
Can I get an A? The teacher's like, yeah, fuck it, why not?
Rebecca's the teacher.
Yeah. What if it's a teacher?
They go here like the next class.
And the teacher just kind of like doesn't give a fuck. She's like, what? And she's listening more to it.
Again, another boy that imagine.
Oh damn! That's a teacher then. So you know then why is she doing that to her students? If that's happened in the past, if they talk to her about like that they like her, like she knows she's doing something. She knows she's doing something.
I think the popular teachers know they popular. Back to your story.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's true. They know. They know.
Mrs. Huang with the wrinkles on her neck. I see you.
Miss.
Shout out to. I mean, bleep that out.
Bleep that out.
Bleep that out.
They know. Those teachers know. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, basically I had to present. And I did it last minute. I was a procrastinator. I am still to this day, but I was really bad to that day. I did it literally probably a couple hours before I actually started the class in the morning.
I've done that before.
Oh, so bad. But then, so let me put these in here. Basically, yes, it was my time to go up, basically, my turn. And I think the girl that I liked went up first. She actually went up first, so it even discouraged me even more. I'm like, she actually did good. She went up there and gave a good presentation, a fucking decent fucking job, and I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, I had all these thoughts in my head. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna present it hella suave, you know, hella chill. Total fucking opposite of how it went.
Yeah.
I went up there.
So the
I went up there with my stupid note cards. They were so sweet. Like they're all condensed. It was like a whole like page condensed in a little note card. And I'm like, I went up there and I'm like, hello. Yeah, I went with the first few things. I'm like, my name's Armando. If you didn't know, you know, get a couple laughs. And then somehow I kept reading it, but I kept getting nervous and more nervous.
Laughs, no big deal.
Yeah, I kept getting nervous, and I couldn't like breathe at one point. And I freaking just choked. I was like, and I literally choked for a second. No, I actually choked for a little quick second, and I'm like, fuck, did they notice that? And I paused. And I made it worse because I paused. I'm like, I should just kept it going. I was like this, and they paused, and I looked up, and all of them were like, just embarrassed. They're embarrassed for me. They're like, fuck. And some of them were like, oh gosh, you can hear like, because they're gonna go up next and they're scared too.
You scared them?
I scared them even more. They were already scared enough. I scared them with me choking. I'm like, this is gonna be you up here.
Your anxiousness, they mirrored your anxiousness.
Yeah, basically. And everybody was scared. I mean, the people who went up there who did decent, they were like already like, so like, damn. I feel bad for that kid. You know what I mean? It's like one of those kind of like feelings, right?
Who are you in school with? Middle-aged truck drivers?
That does sound like it would be like a character. Who's that kid? No, but yes, I like
that kid.
That kid, I used to know a kid like that back in my school.
Yeah, I used to put him in my back pocket and I'd take him out whenever slavery still worked as a money exchange.
That kid. How do you put someone in the pocket though?
I don't know, depends how little they are, I guess.
That's to be Oompa Loompa.
Oompa Loompa with no limbs.
I'm like throwing something in there, like, we'll work with that. I grabbed the joke.
Wait, I don't get it. Explain it so I understand when I'm editing.
I'm like, that's an alright joke. I'll put it here in the fire. We'll let it kind of burn.
Will I understand when I listen to it again?
Maybe. No. It was more like a thing where, well, I'm thinking this is a cauldron. It's kind of hot, so I throw it in there. Boom.
Do they see the cauldron? Hold on a second.
Oh, I don't know if they see it yet.
Alright, now I'll throw it.
Nah, they don't. Let me get that joke.
So that means it was good?
It was alright.
It means it needed help.
When you help someone, just put something in there.
I see.
I know what you mean. But yeah, so... Okay, so go back to the story.
Did you finish it? I feel like it was close to the end, your story.
Almost. Basically, okay. Well, basically, yeah. So I choked and I finished it off. Actually, I finished it off just kind of decent. I didn't remember that detail in the story, but now I remember it. So I fucked up. It was like that middle portion because the thing is, it was also partly my fault because I wrote all the freaking like paragraphs so close in. I couldn't even read it. I even repeated myself one time because I went too fast. I'm like this. I kind of just like skipped a lot of lines until I could see more clearly, spaced out words. And I'm like, fuck, okay, I'm gonna say those parts. And I just said it kind of quick, and then it happened pretty smoothly. And they were like, oh, okay, you did pretty good. And then, but that whole middle part, it was like a whole journey, whole different experience. It was day and night from the beginning, middle, and from the end part. You know. Mm-hmm. And then I went back to the seat where I was sitting next to the girl that I like. I talked to her a lot. I went up to her and I was just like sitting next to her, and she just kind of like was like, oh, you did good. Like it was just like one of those. Like, oh.
She acknowledged you,
and she was okay with it. She's like, oh,
and she saw the hero's journey that took place in that span of 3 to 5 minutes.
But those 3 to 5 minutes was years.
You know what probably happened in the seats? They were probably leaning back, not giving a fuck when you came up, right? Because you didn't establish your strong presence. And then once it started getting difficult for you, they probably hold up. He's going through some stuff right now.
Yeah.
And then you start, battling the demons.
Battling all them fucking
killing motherfuckers and swamp monsters are trying to pull your ankle and steal your socks. And then that's when they're up on the edge, like, whoa, this motherfucker's, close to the finish line, but will he make it?
Will he make it? That's what they were waiting for. That's what they were like, oh, let's see if he finishes it strong. Yeah. At least if he felt like, you can eat shit in the game, right? But at least you could finish at least strong. And that's what I didn't finish. I want to say I finished strong. I finished. It was decent. It was decent enough where I was like, okay, well, that's like a B job, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but the middle part of that was like a fucking.
Do you remember the applause? What kind of applause did you have? Good? Did you feel like it was pretty high?
It was like it was just like you tried, here you go, here's this one.
What I imagined is that the haters went, fuck that shit. And then the people supporting you clapped harder because...
Yeah, there's those two groups. So there's the ones who like actually like supporting, they're like, oh shit, he's going to go through that journey basically. Because you feel... Because I felt, there was some people who went up there too and they were kind of fucking scared. They were like really... They were nervous. They would stop too. They were positively like this, and you'll feel that they like you could do it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those.
Right.
Too. But I was probably the most embarrassing one out of all, because I went. And I was like, "Fuck! What did I just do?"
You're the most embarrassing one.
But there were some embarrassing ones in there too. That same day, the same day. But I topped it all. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna top it all, guys. Go crazy.
Is it kind of like that swallow that comes out of nowhere?
Yeah, one of those just like when you're choking. You're like,
yeah. Isn't it worse though when
that's
you're the only one that's like nervous and the whole class is really good and you're the only one that's nervous that day?
That sucks too. If you're in one of those,
I feel like that's the worst.
It's rare, but those can happen when there's a lot of.
I have them in so many classes where everyone's so smart, and then there's me. That's like a little less.
Or there's like those classes, where there's a lot of extroverts and less like one introvert. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm the one.
I'm always the one introvert.
I'm never like the extrovert. Oh, every now and then I'll be the extrovert. It depends. I would say sometimes I'm the introvert too. And and then you're that person, and then everybody's coming up there with with ease, with the ease. But yeah, I mean, it was a hero's journey, like you said. It was a crazy experience.
There are a lot of techniques to get less nervous though, like breathing and stuff like that. So
I wasn't breathing.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried, like, for most of the times I get kind of like shaky up top. What happened?
Oh no.
One of my pieces broke, so I don't know.
You got it.
That looks like a babe.
What is it?
The one who said she's gonna win.
I had a feeling it was one of those.
If you push your pumpkin in, it's just gonna be one big hole.
Ooh, slay, girl.
If we, who is we? You're the only one that would do such an evil thing. Anyway,
she's doing you a favor. Oopsie.
It's like I want to meet this elbow to your face. And it's really dry, so we can probably cut.
That's gonna cut. I need to spit on me to create some
both of us
some Vaseline.
So I'm basically elbowing you HIV.
They use this for Vaseline. You know that, so I can put Vaseline so it could help with the cuts.
Huh?
No, I thought you were gonna. No, never mind.
No.
It's a Vaseline. I was trying to make you believe they made this out of Vaseline and stuff like that. Or, never mind. You don't know what they use Vaseline for?
I know what they use Vaseline.
What do you use it
for? Like cut
for?
lips and stuff.
There you go. So I'm like, I could put this all over my face. And you won't be able to cut. Right. Let me get that joke.
So that means it was good?
It was alright.
Ooh, I was the one who clapped out because you had a difficult journey there.
Not really. That one was actually just like, I had to explain it to you, and I'm like, I gotta go back to it. Well, thank you. Like, good man.
The one guy in the audience.
I know, they're like, if those happen, I'm like, you just don't clap. If you're the only fool, you just, you know.
Really?
If you're the only one, if you're like, I guess, I don't know, it's a hard one. If you're the only one, you have to really own that clap. You can't just be clapping because you're the only one who wants to clap for him, you know what I mean? Or like you feel bad, so you're gonna have to clap for him, you know? Clap for him because he went through that journey, or you want to feel that, you know.
So you're saying
you're
if it
with
was
that person.
If it was good, clap. If it's bad, walk away, or what?
If it was bad, it's to be like, give him a nod.
Because if you're staying throughout the whole song, obviously you like what you see.
Yeah, so you want to clap.
Here.
Right. But if it was a bad song, you want to let them know. You want to be like,
by leaving.
no, you don't have to leave. What you could do is a little nod. You could be like,
why would you stay though if you don't
just
like
so you
it?
can see what they're going through. Because like you also want to like, they're giving you the time, right? They're kind of showing you like, yo, like, can you listen to this little thing?
But do you give them money?
Do I give them money?
Yeah. If you stay throughout the whole song, a little bit, maybe you should give money.
Maybe, right?
Yeah. You thought about it way too serious. Oh my god! You really was about to pull your wallet out, wasn't you?
No, I was looking at this.
Oh, okay,
but I was thinking about that too, but then I fucked up my pumpkin.
Oh, so that was a different.
It was different. That's why I said
the timing of it.
It was the timing was crazy, but I was also thinking about fuck.
I thought you were like thinking about all the times you were like when I.
Karina, I messed up the pumpkin.
Me.
You said this was gonna work. No, I think I can fix it. But fuck. But yeah. Wait, say that again. Sorry, that threw me off.
I
This
think it's
pumpkin.
still working out.
I think it could work out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're
Like,
say.
it looks funny.
It's all good, man.
You have bigger chunks. He picks a
I'll
bigger
last
bud
that
design.
one.
I got bigger chunks.
Like bigger pieces that are holding on to
Oh.
the pumpkin. Well,
Like-
I have like little ones.
Oh, you have little ones.
Fuck.
But he has like, you know.
Yeah, now I fucked it. Nah, but whatever. I think it'll work. It'll work. Yeah, it'll work.
You kind of did what I did.
Oh, there we go. That
That's why
worked.
it gets confusing.
Yeah. Stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy.
My
But
second
we'll go back to
story
that, yeah.
was and this is hard to admit, but basically I had a best friend that was got married, right, and then he invited me to be his best man, and I didn't go, and there's a lot of reasons why I didn't go. One of them was
What was the main reason? Yeah, your reason.
well, the reason
Say.
that I was saying was main was academic probation. I was on academic probation, and I had this final, and I had to get a good grade in this class.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fail this class, and so if I went to his wedding, I would not be able to take the final. It was this very strict summer thing.
Yeah. Summer boys.
Yes. So
I like how it was just a random ass thing. Summer boys. You're like, yes. Continue.
yes, we are summer boys.
Yeah.
I think you understand what I'm saying, though. And you're close enough, so I'll move.
Nah, you keep going. I know what you mean.
So do people call penis peens? That's just a real
Peens?
question. Yeah. Peens.
I love it. Peens.
Yeah, like suck my peens.
Suck my peens. That's the first time I ever heard something like that.
Okay, anyways, back to the story.
We should have one of those every now and then in the podcast. Quick question. Just the most randomest fucking question in the world.
Yeah.
Are beanbags really comfy? Or like, I don't know.
Quick question: which one is your bigger nostril, left or right?
I feel like my nostril. I never really noticed my nostrils. I don't really have big nostrils. They're kind of covered by the big bulge in my. I have like a little circular nose, and it's kind of like a little. Did I always say it's chubby? It's like.
So the second reason as to why I didn't go to the wedding was that I knew I was gonna have to give a speech.
Mm-hmm.
And I have stage fright.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have something really written until the day of, and when I was given the option to do video after, I decided that I was going to go to the wedding and do the video so that I didn't have to perform the speech.
Yeah.
And that is sad.
I mean...
It's a little selfish.
Very selfish.
But in a way, I mean, I feel like a lot of people have gone through your situation too, but where they had to give a best man speech, and they probably, I mean, you're the best man, you're the friend of the ones who getting married, right? And you have to create something that's so personal to you and that other person.
Yeah.
So there's that extra pressure, right?
Yeah. I was using the excuse of, which really did matter, by the way, like me, I had to take this final. And there was no way I was gonna miss it. But then I thought about it. I was like, what if there wasn't this final? Would I go to the wedding? And my answer is that's my answer. So
hilarious.
But why did you say yes to being the best man?
Well, I didn't.
You don't
really,
have to say yes. You know?
We were best friends, and when he asked me, it was a long time before the actual wedding. Right, I'm probably like a year or something. So at that time, I didn't know when it was being set, and I think the date. I think he told me the date kind of late as well. But he had his, I think he had a suit prepared for me. He had shoes prepared for me. And so, I still feel...
He had everything prepared for you then?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Feel bad about it.
Oh my god. So you paid everything in advance, basically.
Yeah, weddings take a lot of planning.
Yeah.
Because then that's why I think he was also mad. He's like, well...
Right.
And he was like... He felt like it wasn't like he trusted in you to come into that place and,
Yes.
And it was just kind of sad. He was like waiting for that. It's like, it's like maybe like a thing like where you're waiting for your parents to come by for the graduation. And if they're out there, you're like, well, they're my parents, I was hoping.
Exactly.
It's like one of those.
What makes matters worse is that we watched that movie. I forgot what was the Best Man. I think it's called Best Man.
I Love You Man? Or
I Love You Man.
I love that movie.
And Together, he introduced that movie to me as one of his favorite movies. And what happened in that movie, right, was that the man finds a best man before his, fairly close to his wedding. They become best friends. They get in a fight, and at the last minute, best man actually shows up to the wedding full on. Me and my friend's friendship parallels a lot of those things. Like we became friends and best friends very quickly. And then the best man situation happened, and I didn't show up. So I think that made matters worse, and it was definitely.
It's awkward now still.
It's awkward now still, and I still feel bad about it. And it was very selfish of me, but I have this. That's how big of a fear I have of public speaking, and I need to fix it or work on it.
It's like it's a work in progress. I mean, throughout your life, I feel like a lot of people have a certain fear or a certain thing that they have to just fix or just work on, basically. But to your situation, like you could always, I guess, because you feel bad, right? You could do something to. It's like because you're saying it's still awkward to this point with him, right? You could do. I don't know. It's a hard one to like kind of redeem yourself, and I think unless you ask him, can you have a second wedding? But like, unless he does get married the second time, that'd be crazy. I'm not saying the guys get divorced, but a situation where you could have a dinner, some type of thing, make a toast,
right?
And that should be like, this is what I felt at that time, and make a whole speech about that.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. This is where I was at this time in my life, and I cannot go through that. And I think you're like, you probably say the same thing. I'm like, I'm still probably going through it right now, but at least I could acknowledge it, and hopefully that we could rekindle that thing that we had before. And you know what I mean? Like, it's like one of those. I think that's what I would do. I don't know, make dinner somehow as a friend to his family and have a speech and do like, this is my inaugural, I don't know, type of speech of my redeeming speech, basically. Yeah.
I think that there comes a point sometimes where old friends, you have old friends and you think about why it's drifted a little, and part of the reason is that you've both become different people.
Yeah.
And I feel like when we were younger, and just to be brief, we were a bit more like open and brash, whereas now it's more careful and maybe even tasteful. And so it's like sometimes old friends is like, they may be redeemable, but it may also be a timing thing, where it was your time to be close, say, and now maybe it's not, and maybe later it is, or maybe it's not.
Yeah.
And so, but it is sad, or at the very least bittersweet, to let old friends go, even if it's for a while, not forever.
Yeah. But then you meet this new person in your life, and then you're like, wow, these
Armando Corral Jr. Hey, Bing, you're still number one.
Hey, hold on. I'm number one, Bing.
Oh.
I'm number one. We're gonna fight till the death. I'm gonna eat your fucking guts.
Oh.
Wow. Oh my god.
How about Josefa though?
Between Jeremy and Josefa.
Jeremy and Josefa. No, I mean, I can't say that on camera. I'll have to let y'all find out later. That one was like that Tyson. What is that? What is that fight? That biggest fight in history? Right. What is the one with the not Muhammad Ali? Is it Muhammad Ali and what's the other one?
George Foreman.
It's like one of those fights. It's like one of those that you have to wait for, or not have to wait for. But it's just like one of those things. I guess I don't know.
Wait, isn't there a George Foreman grill?
Yes, that's him actually.
No way, he's a wrestler.
One of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time.
So he had his own grill.
I thought.
Yo, that's fucking crazy.
It's kind of
very
crazy
popular.
I feel like more people know him for the grill than his
actually career.
Now.
His actual career.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But he was one of the greatest.
Do you think when he first invented it, or did he come back with the George Foreman grill after his time?
I think after his time.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
It was retired, and
he was
not in shape to be back.
Yes.
So if you were to pick a best man, don't tell me.
I won't.
But do you have an answer already, or are you?
I do.
What?
I do.
What's the
answer? It is hard. No. I say that I do, but when the time comes, it's gonna become so hard.
Who's your answer now?
Well,
I would say.
Yeah.
I know.
Can you whisper it to K-Rock?
No. Yeah, she even has to wait. It's a surprise to the world. This is a George Foreman.
I wasn't expecting him to say it. You know.
Really?
No.
Is that controversial?
It's just like it's a fun thing to. It's not like.
Jeremy, who would be your best man?
Do you want me to answer?
You have a couple best friends too. Between Bing and Armando.
What are you trying to say? That he's not gonna pick me? He's not gonna pick a little.
Yes, probably between you and Armando.
Bing and Armando.
I mean, there's something like.
I think so.
Because we have like a lot of like good.
Are your two choices Josefa and Jeremy? Would you say for your best man?
Like the best man?
What are your two choices?
I might not even be in there.
Like the best man.
The main.
The main guy.
What are like two choices?
The guy who goes up, tells a speech about you and shit.
Yeah, I mean it's a hard one. I think it's just one of the hardest things.
You already thought about it, so.
Probably one.
You've already thought about it, right?
I thought about it.
Do you have?
But now I'm thinking about it again.
You have more than two choices?
Maybe. That's another. I might have. There might be triplets.
Oh, your cousins.
Triplets.
Your cousins. He has cousins in Durango.
Your cousins might be offended, right?
It's crazy. I feel like the wedding's gonna be a fucking party. Shit.
So maybe you can't have three best men.
No, I think I know who I would want to choose, but then I'm also when the day comes, there's between two.
Can you name those two people?
No,
wow.
You'll not.
You can't
Sorry,
even name
no.
two people?
Cannot. Not even two. I'm sorry.
That means
sorry,
I'm not,
Karina. I cannot.
That means I'm not in it.
Out there.
That means I'm not in it.
But yeah, I can't.
I think it's one of his cousins and Josefa.
I just can't say. Maybe it might be you. Might not. Who knows? I don't want to. When the day comes, 7 years from now. 7 years from now.
He would for sure be one of the guys that's up there with you.
7.
Oh, Jeremy's for sure gonna be up there.
Whether he's the best man or not, he's still gonna be up there.
Whether he's the best man or not, Jeremy's gonna be up there. He has to.
Okay. Because you know how they have that court, like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They have like a couple. Yeah, there's a couple guys. So I'm like, of course.
Okay.
Too much pressure. Don't give it to somebody else.
But that's weird. Yeah, it is. I do feel bad for whoever gets the best man speech and they gotta do that thing. You know what I mean? So it is a thing. It's a thing that a lot of men have to go through, and that's one of the
You
fears
also
maybe
have
to
to
many
consider
men.
that when picking your best man.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things
Who's
to
gonna give him better speech?
Or like
It's also
if they're cool with it or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's also it's you have. I mean, but if you get the best man speech, like someone's telling you to be the best man, you have to. You know, you're like, fuck, I'll be like, fuck you and I love you. You know, it's kind of like that. It's one of those. You can't. I don't know. I think so. It's just like unless the guy is asking you that, and you're like, I just met you yesterday. What the fuck? You know what I mean? One of those like random things, but like you have to. I think when you're giving that honor. It's the highest of honor for men in bromance. You know what I mean? That's the highest honor that you can get. Is in bromance is I want you to be the best man. And he's like, and you guys cried together. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So class.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah to the best, to the bromance. And the best man. Let the best man win.
You wanna hit
That's
it?
huh?
You wanna make a beat for me? Make like a classic boom bap hip hop type shit.
No, I'm doing the same beat I'm hitting here.
Is that a classic? The most classic you could think of?
I ain't classic. Like.
Yeah. Ayo. I would say A after.
Ayo.
Yeah. Yeah. About to say some words now. Happy Halloween. Gift your girl with the supreme peen. Treat you to some Putang queen. Dress up. Wait, I can't read fast right now. I got shy.
Oh, no, I like the beginning of it.
Freestyle.
Yeah, no, this is a freestyle. I thought of it today.
I don't know about from like, on the spot.
All right. Maybe it was. Happy Halloween. Gift your girl with the supreme peen. So I didn't like how I said it, how I rapped it in a podcast. So about to start it again for you fellas. Yeah, you ready? I'm about to spit mild fire. I'm about to burn some autumn leaves, and hopefully other shit catch on it. You ready? Who are you for Halloween? Gift your girl with the supreme peen. Treat your man to some Putang queen. Dress up and dress down, you know what I mean. Who are you for Halloween? A racially sensitive Grim Reaper? A non-binary goalkeeper? A liberal art school teacher? I'ma be a radio receiver. Black box with a couple of levers. Stay at home with the indoor theater. Cause I'm a fucking loser, bitch. That's motherfucking it. Have a happy, hollow, goddamn weenie. Boom bap.
Sister, so sister. Sister, so sister. And they go, who sings that song? Beyonce? I don't know. No, I liked it. Killed it.
That was my
that guy killed
my
it.
morning flow.
Over here. Get in that.
Oh, your hands are.
Hey, if you love me, I want you to get in that. Get in that. Zoom in on it. Get in that. And I look at him, I'm like,
Let's get some sanitizer real quick.
Did it for you.
You're gonna sanitize with all the gunk.
The gunk everything. But it still makes it worse. It makes it worse. It gets really sticky, this thing. Alright, so we got the pumpkins design, guys. Alright, so let's take a look.
Fucking think?
So this, you could probably see a silhouette. What do you think about that? Let's take a
You
look.
should put the lid on it, right?
We should put the lights. So there's the lights that they gave us.
Put
So
the lid.
let's pause it and we'll show the lights. So should we do? What do you?
Oh, we should put it in the dark.
Put them in the dark so we can see
And show
the.
one by one.
We'll go one by one.
Yeah.
Turn off one light. All you have to do maybe is turn off one light.
I already
maybe,
have.
so it's not too
I
dark.
have mine already.
You already have it in there? Okay, so go. You want to do yours first? Or, I don't think there's another one.
Well, I think we should turn it. Well, let's see. I'll see what it looks like.
Go ahead and turn it off, and then we'll show more on camera.
Oh, you can't really see mine actually right now.
Turn it off? Yeah, turn them off then.
Oh shit!
Well,
I ain't
Take a
cut. I ain't cut enough.
we gotta take a look. Is it still recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, guys. We got Jeremy J. Ow in the house first.
Bring
So
it
let's
up closer. Let me see.
get it close to the camera so the camera can see it a little bit. Let's
Now
let it
this
focus for a 2nd.
is an ass cheek
What is it? Yeah.
Oh,
with
the fart
a
looks
fart
pretty cool,
on the
though.
side.
Ooh, I want to see. I haven't taken a look. Let's see.
Yeah, you have to kind of turn it. It's
Turn it a little bit.
I want you to pay attention
I'll put it here. So.
to the booty
Oh
outline.
damn! That actually kind of looks sick.
Right. Without the
Damn,
booty
okay.
outline, this wouldn't
it's hard
make
to see
sense.
from far away though.
It is. Yeah, maybe it is for the camera, but yeah, because
That's
it's
why
detailed. If you
We have to bring it close. It looks good.
yeah,
close
closer.
up.
Go ahead. It
Oh,
looks.
I
I like it. I like the fart design. I like how simple it is, but effective it is. You know.
I can't tell if like
What do you think, Jeremy? You're admiring your work. I see. Nice. Look.
I
look
am,
at you.
looking
Okay.
down on it.
Okay. Well, I like it. I like it. I was surprised. I thought it was gonna look a little shit. Not gonna lie. But it came out really nice. I like it.
I
Okay.
think your lid.
I don't believe
oh,
you,
your lid
but
doesn't.
I'll-
No, I like it. I really like.
No.
It came out better than like what I expected.
No.
How about that?
I don't know if it's gonna stay the lid.
Oh fuck!
I know. I'm like it's not gonna
I
stay.
just broke it.
Fuck.
Oh, we didn't get a picture of it. I think there you go. It's fixable. For a picture, maybe.
Alright, so should I put it in there? Or
Yeah,
it's
sure.
already in there. This is
So
this
then
might
you
come
have
out
pumpkin.
shittier. Hold up. There we go. Alright, here we go guys, and this is my design. Armando Corrales Jr. own design. Can you see it? It is a very
Is it a bat?
look at it like from far away. Think of the outline.
Oh, like a weapon?
No.
He told you what it was.
Wait.
Look at it closely.
Oh, like a middle finger? Or
No, imagine this is closed off. Like somehow.
Okay. Like an animal or some kind of character?
No. Oh, kind of.
Like a logo?
Yeah. Let's get it closer to the camera. You want to put it closer, just so we can kind of see.
What is
Can you
that?
see that?
Say it.
Turn it more like. Yeah, like that.
What is it? What is it?
It is basically a bikini model.
Oh,
You see it? It
wait.
is. Or it's just like a body figure.
Oh, is it
You
here?
don't see the boobs?
With the
You can't
curves?
see the boobs.
Is that
yeah,
the curves?
The curves, the boot, and I got I got the
Oh.
cleavage. Can you see that cleavage? If it's one single light, you could probably see it better. But it's a
Cleavage?
The little lines in the
This?
middle. Mm-hmm. Wait.
Oh, I see.
Do you see it now?
I thought this was the head and like this was the arms and
Oh,
this is
yeah.
like
I basically-
Ursula, you know?
I basically cut it off her head, but it's basically her body as an hourglass. You can kind of see it. I don't know if that's creative or it sucks.
I think both of you guys got pretty creative.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
our initial creative process was nice, but I don't know if execution was the best.
Yeah.
But I will say I give myself like a 5 and a 6 to be honest.
This is what I
If I could do it again, I will do it again to maybe execute it a little bit better.
Hey.
Yeah, I broke mine.
Oh
I'm
my.
part of the competition too.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so let's go.
Can I hold it up?
Oh, let's take a look. Hold up. I need to see that. Oh,
All right.
what do they see?
Up to the camera.
Show. Can the camera even see it?
Ooh.
I think so.
I'm gonna say it already. I mean, I don't think we need any
Let me take a look. Well, I didn't have to take a look.
Instagrammers.
How's it look?
We found the winner.
Oh snap!
I saw
Yo.
a corner and I already knew you won.
Really?
This is
Yes.
crazy. The design was simple, effective, deep cuts. I think that's what's another thing that helps out, especially if you're doing detail. In details parts, you did deep cuts, and that's hard.
Hey, look how deep that is.
That's too deep. That's what it gets too deep, and you haven't had control of the knife. But this looks, oh my god, the detail, the eyes, the eyelashes are crazy. How she got in there, how deep she got in there, and it's detailed around it. It's a clean look.
Yeah. Oh my.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm noticing.
God.
It's a clean look around it.
Oh wow.
Smell it for me?
Oh,
what does it smell like?
That smells like
fucking victory.
Kind of
Sweet victory. Yeah. That's
That's like a SpongeBob.
one of the SpongeBob songs.
Oh,
that is.
And you gave room for the tea.
Honor to the man who passed away. I guess the creator.
That's
of
like a SpongeBob hieroglyphic.
That's sick.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The SpongeBob was written on North African cave walls.
That's sick. Nice job, Crean. I think we know who the winner is, and that is me. Nice.
So,
no, this fucking kills it. It obliterates it. So, and then compared to Jeremy's fucking Jesus Christ, it's abstract, bitches. You put your arm through here. It's all. What is that word where you
hey
get
guys,
to play with it? What is it?
Let me do what they do on American Idol.
What are they doing?
Here's my sob story. The pain and suffering that went through this guy right here. I mean, show him some love because he's dead. He's deader than all these other pumpkins.
He's fucking killed.
So, out of the kindness of your heart. I've even named him. His name is
What's his name? Shotgun in the face.
Lil Pump.
Lil Pump. Hey, this is the baby.
So,
who's over there? Right here. If this is that Lil Pump, this is the baby. Doesn't matter. Anyways, I'm understand like the Pump would it be. But no, we know who the winner is. And it's Karina. K-Rod, give it up for K-Rod, guys. Woo!
Round of applause.
Fucking applause. Stand up, bitch. I want you to stand up. Well, Sarah? Hey, our intern. Oh, he's never clapping.
No, she is standing. She's just really short.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Can you like stand on top of like a chair so I can tell that you're clapping? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Sarah, you know this. You don't have to tell you this. You know this, Sarah.
It's just that when she's like on her knees and wearing a skirt, it seems like she's wearing a dress and she has short legs. So
yeah. Stand up,
sorry,
please.
Sarah.
Don't be on your knees all the time. We only told you a couple times. Just get up right now, Sarah.
Well,
okay.
We meaning Armando.
Get up.
We meaning Armani, Captain Beef Cheeks.
Beef cheeks. Beef cheeks. Oh my god.
Captain Beef.
That's hilarious. Beef cheeks is hilarious. Imagine you call another guy, damn, beef cheeks. Like beef cheek. When you say cheeks, it's already enough. You got that beef in there. It's more sensual. You're adding so much to that.
What about
beef cheeks?
What if someone calls you lamb chops?
Not too much. I don't know why. Cause lamb. Well,
isn't that sounds?
Lamb chops sounds.
They want to bite at you.
Yeah, lamb chops is also a little central. But I never thought of beef cakes. Beef cakes so much.
Beef cheeks.
Beef cheeks. Beef cakes. Even beef cakes. It's like you don't call another guy cake. You know what I mean? This cake's good too sweet. You know?
Food is always weird to call anyone.
To call guys.
Yeah, like what if someone calls you like noodle nips? You know? Like,
damn beef.
Like, come on. Pasta nips, you know?
Pasta nips.
What are you doing over there? Penne pastaing around.
Hey yo, lettuce hand. Yo, come over here.
Lettuce hand? That's a weak hand.
That's a weak.
That's a weak hand.
Yeah,
damn.
I'm just thinking of boots on the body part.
Or like carrot neck.
Carrot neck. Carrot neck. Would it be flipped around the top, bigger part, or like longer when it gets big?
Long like that.
And it gets pointier once it goes up, or down?
And then he got wrinkles on his neck too, like a carrot. That's a carrot neck.
Ooh, that's a carrot neck.
That's a carrot neck.
Carrot neck.
Mrs. Huang, she was a carrot neck.
She was a carrot neck?
Yep. She was popular, but she was a carrot
neck.
Were
you? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
And she was like, I was a carrot neck.
And why did you give me your number that one time, huh, Mrs. Huang? That's a little weird. I know it was a field trip, but are you supposed to? Is that allowed?
Don't let people know. Sure.
So, anyway.
Don't let people... There's another thing. I have one of these... That's one of those things like
where... She went to Beep Beep High School and...
Have you, like, you hear about those stories about like the the teacher, hitting on the guy or whatever, and the guy like. That's the whole problem right there. Guys at that age, they'll tell everybody. They'll tell their friends this and that. They cannot handle that kind of part or like that kind of thing in their life. They're too young. They're just like, you know what I mean? It's like they're boys. They're gonna tattletale and they're gonna get out there, and the girl teacher is gonna be fucked up. She's gonna lose her job and all that. Like I'm like, you can never trust a teenage boy. You know what I mean? They're the craziest. They just tell everybody. They'll just like to show it off. That's one main thing you would want to show off. I feel like as a teenage boy, you're just all hyped up. You don't know who to tell. It's like you're finding the Charizard card in the booster pack of a Pokemon cards. You're like, I fucking found it. And you're like, you tell everybody.
Well, think about it. You never.
It should be told on though, right?
It should be told on, but it's also at least like. If you're the guy, there's a lot of situations where the guy's in a relationship with the teacher, right? And or even in college, like they're probably 20-year-old guy, and the teacher's like a 30-year-old. And it's kind of like,
still recording.
And it's kind of like approved on, I guess. Like that's something like I guess that's okay because they're over 18, right? And they're 20 years old. The teacher's 30, but it's like the job that she has to be a teacher. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like. But they're dating. They're kind of like they're doing that. As
I was referring to like when it's a minor.
A minor, yes, yeah.
Because that's what I think Jeremy was.
Yeah.
Whoever your teacher was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait.
You were a minor.
Yeah, you were a
minor.
Yeah,
I was
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
But I was gonna bring up. I didn't want to get too deep in it, but I was just you're all getting deep in it. I was gonna say.
I know I got too serious.
God damn! Like,
fuck it, we're the Primal Primos.
Okay.
Deep and we also
deep and dip. How about that?
Deep and dip. That would be a segment. Deep and dip.
Deep and dip.
It's a I like
Guess what is about to.
Now watch me dip.
No, okay,
Sorry, intro song.
Yo, you triggered me there. She's sang one of the most recent songs I've listened to a lot these past few days. You triggered me, and I was like, oh shit. Go on, sorry. Before you lose
remember anymore.
No. Oh no.
Yeah, I was already barely hanging on by a thread.
He was like this. He was on the edge of this fucking
Y'all gotta
thing.
help me out. I am.
So we were saying about.
So we should keep talking.
Should we use? Okay, so all right, guys. Well,
it's almost done.
Yeah, you guys have seen our,
No, you can't just stop a podcast like that.
No, it's been going on for 2 hours. Let us know who won. I think we already know who won, or at least honorable mention. We're gonna have honorable mention at least. Second place and
we're
third
gonna
place.
have a. We're gonna have a don't mention it at all.
It's gonna be all those sections just to make us feel bad about our pumpkins. No, but yeah, just let us know, guys. Okay, so we'll put that up there, and I hope you guys have a safe Halloween. Dress the fuck up. Get crazy. It's COVID.
Let's do a freestyle.
Enjoy
beat.
those little things.
Let's play a freestyle beat. Somebody play it.
All right.
Like out on the phone.
I thought everyone was gonna do a real beat, like a little.
I didn't. I was.
You want to do a phone beat?
Yeah, a phone beat. Let's do a phone beat. Shout out to
Anabolic
Beats.
You have a YouTube, Karina? I'll try to see if I could riff off.
Specific one?
I'm horrible at it.
No.
You do like a nice smooth. I think not a fast one. Don't do because I think we can't do fast beats.
You were going so fast, and I was like.
What? Wait. When?
Like early in the beat.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah. I could do fast beats like that, but I can't do
slow beats.
Just no. Yeah, also slow beats, but also like keeping up with it, even lyrical sense. You know what I mean? I have to kind of go take my smooth time with it.
Okay.
So
if this is good, we'll keep it in. If it's bad, we'll kick it out.
Kick it out to the curb. All right. Welcome to the end of the podcast. My boy Jeremy and my girl K-Rod in his house. Today we did a SpongeBob pumpkin. Today we did an hourglass pumpkin. Today we did a shotgun face pumpkin. But today is a special day.
This is a gangster washing his body.
I don't even know if they can see.
Oh, yeah. Over here.
Oh.
Tweaking.
This is a gangster taking a shower. Yeah. Yeah.
He probably didn't see us the whole time doing all those motions and we're over here crazy. But yeah. This is a gangster. Washing clothes.
This is a Cheez-It trying to roll.
Oh, I like that. Dang, that was a good one. Fuck! That was good. Yo, that was a can't top that anymore. Why you gotta do that?
I'm sorry.
That was good enough, but I can't anymore.
Hold on.
So you're done, yeah.
Damn, you won. That's
We in
one
Grandpa's house in a t-shirt and a blouse. Yeah. I wish I was vegan in another universe. I wish I was Christian in another universe. And I wouldn't curse. And I wouldn't curse. And I wouldn't steal purses. Not even in this universe.
Oh, bringing that back. Damn, you saw I was reaching trying to get that rhyme? I went to my rhyme book. Nothing in that page with curse.
Let me give you a topic.
Rice.
Rice and beans.
You gotta be clean to get them little steamed.
Ooh. Cause you don't wanna be seen as a bean or
with that nicotine. Nicotine! Jesus!
I said you don't wanna be seen
You see with that bean?
as a bean.
Oh!
Yeah.
As a beaner. But they didn't rhyme with bean though, because it was at the end.
That's why, and then you just like
the
do
nicotine.
it next.
I did the nicotine part. Like,
Yeah.
Nicotine. I'm done.
You done?
I can't. I think my energy went like, oh.
Alright, that's the episode, guys.
We'll end it there though.
Primal Primos
That was
episode
crazy.
20. You know, we're just, I don't know when I'm gonna be a good podcaster, but this
We'll
was
figure it
fun.
out. It was
And
fun.
you know, I hope you enjoyed.
Thank you guys. Please like and comment and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.
Oh, well, the camera missed that.
Oh,
Did I?
that was the best
Yeah, that's
part.
why I said you guys have to.
Oh.
That was the best part right there.
You guys did the longest.
But we did that. At least we got everything. We said goodbye to them.
The only part I cut off was.
That was icing on the cake. No, that was not even icing because there was so much icing on the cake already. This podcast is really sprinkle less probably. It was good.
That's why I felt like it was like a
Are you gonna take pictures of her
It was good.
pumpkins?
sprinkle. It's like,
But no, it was good. It was good. It was solid cake.
I think so. The last one was pretty good. Our last
A
one.
freestyle part.
The freestyle? Yeah.
I'm saying our last podcast. I liked a lot.